Hello guys, a different way to make a video today and coming back to the making a meditation, wanting to share something, and here I am with a phone. Let me know what you think. Something easier. I just wanted to share something with you. I've always been a person that always compares himself to other beings. And so always seeing other people's successes on social media, on journals, or on media, and I always felt super bad and suffering from there. And during these past 2, 3 years, I've fought with that and actually transcended it a little bit. And so I'm much better now. I feel so much better. Meditation helped me a lot. But I was reading this book called How Not the Courage to Be Disliked or something from a Japanese philosopher. And it really made me realize a lot of things. I really suggest you recommend you this book if you're struggling with this. And one thing that you learn things and then okay, it's a theory, but then it sticks in the back of your mind. And so once you experience that teaching by yourself in your own life, you realize that teaching and it becomes a part of you. And in this book, it talks about this inferiority and being inferior and feeling inferior and comparing yourself. And life is not a competition, and you're not competing with anyone. Every path is different, etc. But at the same time, this meditation that I did today made me realize, yes, it's actually very true, and of course, it's very true. But being like every human being, of course, wants to be superior because it's a survival process. It's a matter of growing. It's a matter of, becoming better day by day. Everything in the universe struggles to become better every single day. So, of course, being inferior, it's something that we have because we see others and we think, yes, I want to be better than this. And so I want to strive to become better. The problem with today's society is that we compare ourselves with literally everyone and the highlights of everyone's lives on social media, even from the sofa of my bedroom to comparing myself to a successful Chinese 12-year-old boy in China. So that's the problem. But by itself, comparing is not even like this inferiority feeling is not even that bad if it makes you motivate towards growth. If you feel like life is not a competition, you just want to grow, and so you feel that your previous self in your own journey, you want to become better than that. You feel inferior, and so you say, okay, I see this person, I see myself, and I say, okay, I'm not like this. I'm not like my ideal self. I'm not like this guy that I want to do similar things with, like, and so I will become better in order to get there as well. The problem with inferiority is when you create excuses and then it stops you. So that is when it becomes an inferiority complex. It means that instead of saying, yes, I see this guy and he's having a great job, I also want that job. And like sane inferiority is saying, I also want a job, so I'm going to study and try my best to do that. That's okay. But if you say, oh, I also want a job, but I don't have the same capacities that he has, or I didn't study at the same school that he does. Of course, if I had studied there, I also would have had that job. So I will never be able to get there. So it stops you, then it becomes an inferiority complex, and that's a problem. And it gets even further when you intensify that emotion, it becomes a superiority complex. It means that you feel special or superior, and so you create excuses to stop you to get there. Your goal is not having that thing anymore. Your goal is stopping you from getting there because of fear. So you lack the courage of changing your lifestyle, basically. For example, the same example that I told you before. I see this guy doesn't he has a great job that I want to have. My superiority complex would say, yes, but I'm not even like this is not even that much for me. Like, even if in my mind I want to do it, in my heart I want to do it, yes, but in the end, do I really want to do this life? Maybe I want something more. Maybe I want something more. And so you create like excuses of being superior, of being special, or even, yes, but my life has not been so lucky as this guy, so I will never be able to do it. You create a special feeling. You feel special because you had so much, or because you didn't have so much. So you create a special occasion that makes you different from other people. And so instead of seeing things objectively, you see things as, yes, but, and so you feel superior. For example, one example that I can make on my own side, on my own life, is I live in a small town here in Italy, and I feel so much alone here. And being alone is not a matter of not having people around you. It's a matter of feeling excluded from other people. You actually need other people to feel lonely. As the book says, all problems come from, relationships with others, basically. It's not the same thing that he says, but kind of. And so, because you always compare things with others, and so you can create a subjective life with your own filters, but with others you compare, and so you suffer, and etc. But you create a competition, so you cannot find peace. So you almost create enemies everywhere, instead of thinking that you are always on the same team. And one thing is, I live in this little place, and sometimes I go out, and sometimes I meet some friends, sometimes not. And most of the times I'm sitting there alone, just spending 30 minutes, 1 hour alone there. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I would love to be with friends here. But these people are not my people. These people are just people from a simple, small hometown here. That's why I don't go on well with them. And so I stay alone. And that's a superiority complex, because I think as myself as like my goal, because of fear of maybe being rejected or being judged or being vulnerable, my goal becomes finding excuses to not interact with others and not risking being vulnerable. So it's almost like your brain is protecting yourself. And so you need those symptoms of feeling superior or inferior in order to have an excuse to not risk it. And so and so I don't go there because I don't interact with others, even if I want to have friends. And it's so stupid that I can't have friends here and important friends. Stupid. And so objectively stupid. It's not something just in my mind. And so instead of going there because I want to interact with others, I just find an excuse and say, no, I want better people, or this is not for me, or I don't want to stay here in this hometown anymore, so it doesn't even matter. These are all excuses, the superiority complex. So what's the solution? The solution is courage. It seems stupid, but it's just courage of changing your lifestyle. It's just transcending this fear of feeling vulnerable. It's just learning to understand what your brain is trying to protect you from by doing this. And so break that, transcend that, and make that step forward. It's instead of having all this calculation in your mind or where you want to go, it's just focusing on your now, on celebrating who you are and accepting who you are now, not competing with anyone, just maybe with yourself of yesterday, but just being here, not entangled but attached to everything. It's being connected to everyone and everything, but detached from everything. And being detached doesn't mean you are not attached. It means it doesn't mean you can't possess anything. It means you're not possessed by anything. And so by not being possessed, you're free. So it's being totally involved with what life or God or whatever puts in front of you in your unique and singular path right now, which doesn't compare to any other paths. We are like on a team. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. See you in the next video.